Sis, what if I told you that the Bible connects food to beauty, strength, and favor? Today in the Bible Beauty Secrets, episode 3, we're talking about nutrition. First of all, food has always been a part of God's design, but we're going to dive a little deeper. We're going to turn our Bibles to Genesis chapter 1, verse 29. And this is what it says. I'm reading the ESV version. It says, "And God said, Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of all the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food." Listen, God knew what he was doing. God created food as nourishment and medicine. God's plan for food was to bring healing to our body as well as enjoyment. But here's the thing, whole foods was God's original plan. Because food was not meant to deplete us, it was meant to sustain us. God designed food to give us a sustaining life, beauty, and wellness, not sickness. Let's go ahead and open up our Bibles to Daniel chapter 1, verse 12 through 15. And this is what it says. "Test your servants for 10 days. Let us be given vegetables to eat and water to drink. Then let our appearance and the appearance of the youths who eat the king's food be observed by you, and deal with your servants according to what you see." So he listened to them in this matter and tested them for 10 days. At the end of 10 days, it was seen that they were better in appearance and fatter in flesh than all the youths who ate the king's food. We see here that Daniel chose simplicity over excess, right? By not choosing to eat the king's delicacies, all of the fats and all of the carbs and things like that. He decided that he was going to be more simple and eat God's whole food. The Bible talks about how their appearance was not only healthier, but they were stronger than the other guys who was eating all that other stuff. The Bible doesn't tell us that they just felt better. It said they looked better. They look better. So today I'm going to challenge you to have less processed food in order for your skin to be better. I'm going to challenge you to stay hydrated in order for your hair and skin to glow. I'm going to challenge you to take minerals in order to strengthen your hair. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper. Each level is a little level of deeper, okay? We're going to talk about foods that support your Esther preparation, right? We're going to talk about fruits. Fruits are great for hydration and antioxidants, okay? That's why we're doing the 7-day challenge where you're going to infuse your drinking water with fruits, okay? We have herbs and teas such as red raspberry, mint, and needle leaf, which is amazing for women's reproductive health and hormonal balance. Whole grains and seeds, you get a lot of protein from those items as well. We're going to read now Psalms 104, verse 14 and 15. And it says, "You cause the grass to grow for the livestock and the plants for man to cultivate, that he may bring forth food from the earth and wine to gladden the heart of man, oil to make his face shine, and bread to strengthen a man's heart." What you consume spiritually and physically is going to show up on your body. Period. God's word don't lie. So how does this connect to you today as the modern day Esther and your nutrition? Esther's preparation was not rushed. Her nourishment also supported her appearance and her confidence. And God honored her discipline and gave her favor because of that. So I want to encourage you to start where you are. I'm not saying run to Whole Foods or to a nutrition store. I'm saying start with where you are. Start beginning to read the ingredients of the things that you're consuming every day. Start by infusing your water with antioxidants. Start putting some fresh strawberries in it. Cut them up with mint leaves, blueberry, blackberry. You can cut up apples with a stick of cinnamon in your water. Start infusing your water. That's going to keep you hydrated. Also, too, you want to make sure you're drinking half your body weight in ounces of water every day. If you can't do that, start with a gallon of water. If you can't do that, start with at least 32 ounces of water every day, sis. I want you to start also incorporating one nourishing meal with whole foods. And I want you to be intentional about your choices. So, sis, biblical beauty does not start with the mirror. It starts with the body. It starts with the mind, and it starts with your discipline. So I'm going to encourage you to download the Bible Beauty Secrets Guide. That's going to have all of the recipes that you're going to need for this challenge. It's going to have scriptures that you can declare over your life. And also, too, it's going to have actionable items. This is how you create this body scrub. Here's the recipe. And go and apply it. Do your self-care routines based on this guide. Also, too, sis, don't forget to join the Thrive community. You can do so by clicking the link in my bio or going straight to this comment section and say Thrive, and I'll send you the link personally. You don't need perfection. You just need alignment and the discipline to do it. It was such a pleasure speaking with you ladies again. Share this with your sister, your friend, your auntie, your coworker, and a woman of God that is thriving in order to become who God has prepared her to become. Peace.